Let's go hit record on the call. That might help me here. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that'd be really good.
Okay. So go ahead. So you just open up Excel.
Yep, just open up any Excel sheet. Doesn't matter. It can be a blank sheet. You're just setting up the Power Pivot to be a tool that you can use in here right now.
Okay.
This will be once you have this set up, it'll be the only time you have to do it. But it's not something that comes standard. So up here at the top, you'll see home, insert, page layout. Like all these options are standard, but after help, these are like the optional add-ins that you can put in. So when you come to add-ins, it should be Excel add-ins, I think. Sorry, this might be a little bit of trial and error here. Like I said, you only do this once, so.
Yeah.
All right, so you'll go to COM add-ins.
Okay.
So you'll do File, Options, Add-ins, COM add-ins, and then you should see Microsoft Power Pivot. Just check the box, hit OK.
Okay.
And then upon that, you should see it up here. If not, exit out and then exit back in and like open up another window and it should pop up. I don't know if it needs to update or if it automatically does it, but you'll see it right there. And then you should that'll appear on all of your Excel docs going forward. It's not specific to this one. It's just a tool that you can use whenever you're using Excel, no matter what. So once you get this guy open, which is your draft tool, now we'll go ahead and we'll go to Power Pivot. At the top, you'll click Manage. Double click on that, and it'll open up another window. So if you've updated this sheet already, which is your data sheet where you're keeping everything, so we'll come in here next time, we'll finish putting in the rest of round 6.
Okay.
Right? You'll click Save. So you'll drop it in, copy, paste in, hit Save, exit out, you're done. That's all you need to do in that sheet ever is just drop in the data. So then you'll do what I just did. You'll come here, you'll click Manage. It'll open up this window. So this is Power Pivot. Now in here, all you'll do is you'll come down, you'll hit Refresh All.
Okay. Now, are these two sheets already linked because they were linked when you put them together?
Correct. So they're already linked. They're linked for me. So that's one thing we'll have to do when you get set up with Excel on your side is we'll have to link yours as well. That's why I said put the files where you're never going to move them again.
Okay.
Because if you do move it, it'll probably break it. So right here, you'll get success. So it updated all 4 of them. Great. This should always work. If there's ever an error, let me know.
Okay.
I'll try and troubleshoot it for you. But
where did you add those sheets in? So when you're in Power Pivot here, where did you go to link your sheets?
So that comes up here. So if I want to link, I go to Other Source, Excel. So this is what we'll have to do for you, right?
Yeah, yep.
So you'll go Other Source, Excel, Browse. Now here's where you're going to find your files.
Yep.
These are work files.
Yep.
But you navigate to wherever you keep them. So I think I kept yours right there. So I would like click on this and be
okay.
I would actually click on this one and be like, bring this in. This is what I want you to connect to, right? So here's where I'll connect. I'm pointing as if you can see my hand.
Yeah. No, I can see. I got you though.
Yeah. So you come up here to sources, right? Because it's get external data. So these are how you can pull in external data into Excel, right?
Yep.
So I'm saying, all right, we'll go to sources. We're pulling in an Excel file. Pull in this Excel file and everything in it. So you'll hit open. And then you always want to click this because it says use first row as column headers. Otherwise, this year, month, mock number, all this crap, if we don't hit that, it comes in on the first row.
Okay.
And it will look at it as data rather than the column.
Yeah, gotcha.
So you always want to click that, and then you can test connection. Like, are you able to connect to it? Oh, yep, it succeeded. Then you can go to the next. Now it's going to ask you, okay, you've got 5 tabs in there, whatever this is. Which ones do you want to pull in? Well, then you click on the ones you want to pull in, which would be these three. You don't really need the other two.
Okay.
You can always preview and filter as well. So if you want to preview, like, oh, what does this look like? It'll pull it and say, oh, this is how it's going to look.
Okay,
Are
sweet.
you okay with that? And you go, yep, that looks good to me. And then you'd hit finish, and then it pulls it all in.
Okay.
So that's how you connect. It's pretty
Gotcha.
simple. So long as you follow these steps, it should work pretty well. But we're going to go ahead and exit out because we've already connected. So now all this is done. It's refreshed. It's succeeded. So we'll go ahead and save and exit out. So now on this side, should be good to go. If you ever want to refresh these tables, just go click into the table and then hit refresh. It'll automatically refresh the data. It already did because we did that on the other side, but
yeah,
just in case, like it's one of those like you know when you're playing video games and you save your game and then you save it again just in case.
yeah, double check it.
Basically what I do, right? Like I'll refresh it there, then I'll come in here and I'll refresh it anyways.
Okay.
Just to like double check, make sure it's all good. Again, your filters are at the top, so if you only want to look at a certain year, a certain month, a certain mock, or a combination of whatever, feel free to just do that. Obviously, right now, you don't have a lot of those options since you're just starting out. But then you would just copy this information. I think we updated a little bit of this. So you would copy all the way down, come over here, and then just copy paste in the values.
Okay.
Right. So here it says paste. See how it
Paste.
kind of changes?
Yeah.
Right. You can do formulas transpose. Like just do values.
Okay.
Oh, and it broke something. Cool. So we've got something to fix. Where did it break? What isn't it finding? Oh, because we didn't have.
Oh, the new.
Go further down. Oops, fill series. Do this. Nope, it's not going to do that. So 5.04. Oh, that's a good thing we are doing this because now I can quickly do this.
So you have to hand type this in?
This is just, it's going to reference this table so it knows what the crosswalk is, right? Because that's what we're trying to do. Like, oh, if you have, it's averaging the draft slot, so it needs to know, okay, what is the draft slot related to? So if this says 50, this says 26 here, right, for Master Teague.
Yep.
All right, then it comes over here and says, well, what is 26? Oh, it's 302. So
okay, I got you.
Master Teague, 302.
Okay, I got you. Yep.
So it's just a lookup table.
Okay.
I didn't have all the ones going down because at the time you guys weren't done yet.
So if we're doing, I'm trying to think of how many pick. Yeah, I guess that's my question is how many picks are there in our drafts? We did what, 5 rounds by 12?
You guys are doing, you guys are doing 6 rounds for this one and 5 for the others, I think. So that's why this
one's so 72 then is where we got to end up.
Yeah,
roughly.
Probably about right. Normally you can just kind of drag and drop, but with decimals it doesn't do that. It
just
the number. So if I do fill series, 708, like no.
Yeah, I got you.
This is one of the things with Excel where it tries to be helpful, and it's like, oh, this is what you want. It's like, no, it's not what I fucking want.
Yeah, this is probably like a super odd thing for it, though. You know, like how it's being used for ADP is just probably not like a statistics.
Right. But even then, right? If you weren't, why isn't it just going to the next decimal?
Right. Like you would think
from that perspective, it's like, God damn it, Excel.
Well, you would think that hopefully it could do like patterning. You know what I mean? Like it would recognize that over the course of multiple whole number changes. But
yes, you would think that it sees up here and goes, oh, every 12, then we kind of scot over. But no, it doesn't do that. Excel's dumb.
Yeah,
it's not the brightest tool in the world. All right, I'm gonna have to resend this one to you then, just so it's updated.
Oh, with the I gotcha.
Yours won't be. Cool.
So here's a question for you then. So looking at this, with the players on this ADP, 3 years from now, as we continue to add to these mock drafts, I'm just assuming what I'm seeing there in output, all those guys will disappear, right? Because they will have then transitioned to the NFL, so the new guys filter to the top.
That's where you'll have to come up here, right? So if you don't want these guys, you're gonna have to unselect 2020.
Oh, okay, in the future.
That's right, because you'll have 2021, 2022, 2023. So this table is only going to give you what you tell it to give you.
Okay. Because otherwise in the future, I'd see multiple guys like at 203 as the course of 5 years, the top guy, they'll all be at the top. And then, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, if you're seeing Amon, Ross, St. Brown 3 years from now, well, then it just means you didn't filter properly.
I gotcha. Okay, yeah. Or get it.
So,
yeah, exactly.
So
Coronavirus might make that a real thing, though. Who knows?
Yeah, seriously. And then from here, once you've done that, it automatically pulls in everything over here, does the translation for you. And then if you just want to quickly rank it from smallest to largest, just filter right here, smallest to largest, and there you go. Jamar Chase, barely day 3 Jamar Chase out the 101.
Yeah, that's right. How about that? Yeah, that guy is, holy smokes.
Oh my God. There's this buddy who was trying to defend him like the next day, and it's like, dude, like there's no defending that. Like you can have takes. You cannot have Jamar Chase as your number 1 wide receiver. That's fine. If you don't want to call him your top 5 wide receiver, that's fine too. You can't call him barely a day 3 guy.
I know. I think there was a further tweet down where he said he was a 6th round guy or something like that.
Oh,
I gotta go dig it up again, but it's so hot take. It's so garbage. Like
that's just trash. Like this time last year, I put out that I'm like, yeah, Judy is not my number 1 wide receiver. Sorry, like not getting there yet. Like he could get there, but he's just not there today. Sure. But I'm not out there calling Judy a 7th round pick. Like, there's a difference between not having him at the top and then not having him at all, even being drafted. Like, what is that? And here we are, and Judy is not the consensus 101. How about that?
Yeah, there you go, man. Vindicated.
Exactly. Like, let's not rush to assume. Like, I love Jamar Chase. I hope he's the 101. That'd be great. But there's a good chance that he's not.
Yep.
Like we could be here this time next year and he runs a 4.6 or something, and people are gonna be like, I don't know.
That's my argument for Rondale Moore. Too damn short, but we'll see. We'll get there in time.
Yeah, I don't know about Rondale Moore too. Yeah, his stature it's too spicy for me. I just can't. I know that I don't know. Maybe he's the next Steve Smith, but I don't even know if he's as big as Steve Smith.
Man, I'm not even sure, but from everything that I've heard and saw and sort of gleaned from information, he could be 5'7". That'd be
brutal.
Shock. Yeah, that would change everything. I mean, for
if
now,
he's 5'7", then fuck, he's undraftable.
It's over.
Oh, I can't. No, I can't do it. I know. Yeah. And I'm just biased against smaller wide receivers anyway, so it's like, it's like he'll rate well. That's great. It's like KJ Hamler, like Greg Dortch, like who's the guy is it Louisville right now? Tutu Atwell.
Oh yeah.
He's like 150 pounds, fucking soaking wet.
Yeah, they're small. It's just outliers, man.
Like I want these guys to be great, but man, they're just too goddamn small to play.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, so at this point you're all set. You can just go ahead and copy this into a new sheet to do your CSV, right? So you would just copy this. Come here. Yes, blank. That's great. Again, just paste it as values, and then when you just do save as. I would keep a consistent, title here. So Devy, Mox, whatever, 2020, version 1. I don't know, whatever you want.
Yeah.
That just keeps it consistent. So you always know as you're saving these, you know which one you're using. It's always good this would be a good practice for organized data for you guys. I know you were complaining the first time we talked about all these tabs and keeping everything in order. Like it's just doing the little things like that that'll help keep things in order. So it's like if there's an issue with whatever you guys upload to the site, you know exactly which file you went to, what you're currently using, all that. So I would just kind of think that through a little bit on how you guys want to do that.
Okay.
That's just my 2 cents on that. And then you would just save it as CSV, and then you can go ahead and send that over to Matt, and he should be able to use that to upload to his website, or to your guys' website. Sorry.
Okay.
However you see fit. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
And then like so we're looking at Devy right now. So if you were go to like Breakout Finder rookie mock drafts, same story here. As long as we dump them into the data sheet, the tool should.
Yep, it's all in the data sheet and it's all color coded.
Okay.
So kept it the same here. Yellow is going to be your startup, green's be your rookie, and blue will be your Devy.
Okay.
So you'll just come in here. Let's say this is the new stuff to add in. Just copy paste it in. Automatically brings it in there for you.
Okay.
You'll be good to go, and you just keep adding below.
Okay.
So this is going to grow to be a very long list in a few years, but
yeah,
it'll be very organized in one spot that you'll have years and years worth of data to keep together. So that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, as long as you make sure you're doing it in each one and make sure that the data stays consistent. So we're doing year, month, mock, name, draft position, draft slot for this one. They're all a little different. Like here, you got year at the end. Just make sure we're keeping that consistent, because if you change this to be something else, all of a sudden your data is going to be super fucked.
Okay.
So always keep it consistent. And we can't always add more columns. If you want to, just know that you won't have it for whatever came before it, unless you go back.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So if you add another column here for I don't know what. I have no idea what you would put here, but say you would, you wouldn't have it for all the historical data unless you went back through and put it back in.
Retroactively added it. Okay.
Yeah, if you retroactively added in, but you would have it going forward.
Okay.
And so on.
Okay. Yeah, it looks good, man.
You guys should be good to go.
Looks really good. Well, I'll show this to Matt and then see kind of where his head is on it, and then I'll probably get back with you if I have any new questions. I guess it seems fair. I mean, your explanation of it's really solid, so it's pretty straightforward. It seems like, especially the way that you've already set it all up. So.
Right. And then, like I said, if you run into any issues, if you want to do the dry run the first time you update it, by all means, hit me up. And I'll be there to kind of watch you do it the first time.
Yeah.
To make sure you're comfortable with it, because I know it's always, at least for me, I'll learn something. By the time we get around to doing it, I'm like, wait, what was that?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot in this, so. Okay.
So.
Well, sweet, man. Yeah. DM me your address, and when I send this to Matt, I'll forward it back to him. I think you might have put it in an original email, but send it to me again, and I will put it into I'll put it into this whole file when I send it to Matt, and then I'll go from there.
I'll put it in here because I'm sending you the revised.
Oh, right. Tool. Yeah. So I gotta delete
your old one. Yeah, okay. Delete that one. Oops. Oh, damn. Nice.
I'm deleting the tool, right?
Yes, delete the tool.
Okay.
I love Gmail. This is actually helpful. It shows the right subject to put in there. It filled in my address for me after typing in one number. That's just kind of fucking scary.
No shit.
Oh, jeez. Did I just send you something without an attachment?
I'll find out.
No, should be in there. Okay.
Let's see, hit refresh. And I don't have anything yet.
Wait a second.